All right. Before we get started, like, subscribe, share this to anyone you know who's interested in AI, especially in the AWS track. What we're going to do is give you an introduction to the AWS AI for the Machine Learning Associate. So before you get started, you're going to want to get into your billing. So billing, cost management, this will be your primary. You need to set a budget. Why? Because AWS and the AI portal is expensive. There's a lot of material that you're going to be running, some managed services, some not, that are going to cost. So set up billing notifications that you have anything running over a day or two or three or to a certain dollar amount, you're going to want to know. You're going to want to set that for the services, anything from data ingestion, ETL, any foundation models, any training, any security. Set it now or you're going to regret it later. Anyways, let's get started into this. What is the Machine Learning Associate? It is AWS's solid associate level exam for anyone who is familiar with AWS. If I were going to do this all over, I'd start with the CCP, go to the AWS Solutions Architect, then go for the AWS Practitioner, then go for the AWS Machine Learning Associate, right? That's four certifications in. It's a lot, but you should be very familiar with the services, how they work, why they're needed. And after that, you can add the security specialty, or if you want to go somewhere else with the advanced networking, you can do a lot. But this course is going to be designed for someone who has at least a year of experience using AWS, particularly SageMaker and other AWS services. So a background in data engineering, DevOps, software development, along with a basic understanding of machine learning, basically the algorithms, definitions, the terms, how to use it, the cloud infrastructure, I strongly recommend it. So what are some interesting pieces about this? Let's go in. All right. Here are the overview of the key services, right? Data ingestion and storage. You can see that there with the S3, the Kinesis, EFS, EBS, FSX. This is to store and stream data for training and pre-processing. Then you have the ETL and transformation. This is going to include Glue, EMR, SageMaker processing, right? This is the clean, normalized, and feature engineered data sets. Then you have the AI services that are managed. This is going to be things like recognition, forecast, transcribe, translate, comprehend. These are going to be the pre-built machine learning tasks. There's no training recognized or required, right? Then you have the foundation models. This is going to be your Bedrock and your SageMaker Jumpstart. This is going to be access to pre-trained large models for Gen AI and fine tuning. And then your training and tuning. So your SageMaker training jobs and your automatic model tuning, this is going to be for fine tuning the models and tuning the hyperparameters. Okay, you should have learned some of this when we went over the AI practitioner. Then we have the deployment and hosting. This is going to be a SageMaker endpoints, EKS, ECR. This is for host models for inference. All right, and then you have machine learning operations. It's going to be the SageMaker pipelines, event bridge, step functions, Airflow. This is going to be your end-to-end machine learning pipeline orchestration. Then you have your security, which you should know. This is going to be your IAM, your KMS, secrets manager, WAF, Shield, private link, your VPCs. This is going to handle the identity, the data encryption, the secure model access. And finally, your governance. This will include CloudTrail, config, budgets, Trust Advisor, Cost Explorer. This is going to be for your cost tracking, your security audit, your governance, right? So let's go over this by a quick look at the services, all right? And you're going to want to save these or search them yourself. First, SageMaker AI, right? This is the end-to-end machine learning, right? This is where you're going to train, build, deploy, or manage models. This will integrate with S3, the IAM, CloudWatch, ECR, code pipeline, KMS, VPC, et cetera, et cetera. This is useful for your core platform for machine learning ops, right? MLOps. This is for model tuning, model training, tuning, hosting, and there is a cost. It's pay per use, pay per instance hour. So that's for training, hosting, and processing jobs. All right. Your next up is Bedrock. All right. This is the fully managed service to access foundation models via API. This will be integrated with Titan, Anthropic, something like Claude, Meta for Llama. And then this will be useful for zero infrastructure JNAI. That means text, image, chat, embedding, right? You're going to be charged per input output token. The free tier may be available, but you're going to have to check that because AWS has made some maneuvers with that. So there's not necessarily a free tier like there used to be. All right, so bookmark that for yourself. Okay. Next up, S3. Okay. You're always going to use S3. Okay. S3, obviously, this is a scalable object storage. You're going to use this for data lakes. You're going to use this for machine learning data sets. Okay. This is going to be the input output of a lot of training jobs, a lot of model artifacts, and there's a per gigabyte storage and request and data transfer. Okay. So bookmark that. All right. Then you have Glue. All right. So Glue is your serverless ETL, extract, transform, load. This is your service with data cataloging, right? You can use this for data cleaning, transformation, and table creation. All right. So bookmark that. Okay. Then you're going to have the pre-trained AI services. All right. This is recognition. Okay. So this is going to be for adding image and video to your applications. It'll detect anything from this, and you can use this within your application. All right. So bookmark this. Then you have comprehend. All right. So this is going to be natural language processing. So it's going to be able to extract context and insight from documentation. All right. So it scans it, develops it, and you can help you understand it. Think of it as a summarizer. Bookmark this. Well, a deep summarizer. All right. And forecast. Okay. So this is going to give you future looking planning based on historical data and trends. It'll be useful for any retail, financial planning, any supply chain, healthcare, right? Bookmark this. Okay. And then EMR, Elastic MapReduce, right? So this is a big data processing with Hadoop and Spark, right? So this is distributed processing for large data sets. Bookmark this. Okay. Then you have Kinesis. All right. This is going to be a big one. This is for real-time streaming data ingestion, right? So this will ingest your data for fraud detection, analytics, and a lot more, all right? Also does video. Okay, bookmark that. And then you have Amazon EKS, and then you can look up ECR, okay? I think that might be, so EKS is the Kubernetes clusters, right? This is, you're going to start with the containerization and orchestration of those containers for custom machine learning models. So when you need that machine learning application to scale up and have almost immeasurable compute and workload management, this is going to be your baby. All right, so bookmark this. All right. And then ECR, container registry, right? So this is going to be the containerized version of your applications. Basically, when you containerize applications so that you have everything packaged into one thing. You don't have to have multiple people on your team who have different dependencies and libraries on their individual computers, and they say, oh, Bill, my computer can handle it. Why can't you do this? No. This is centralized. This is containerized, all this stuff. So your application just runs, and it can scale up. Boom. All right, bookmark that. Okay. And then I told you, go to your billing, make sure you do this. My mentor had a bill for $8,000 for leaving on a sharding Kinesis instance for 3 days. $8,000 over 3 days. No data ingestion. It was just occupying the resources. So set your billing low. Set it at 20, set it at 50, set it at 100. Whatever your budget can handle. And then set your email address for notification when you're approaching or exceeding the budget. You can set it for 50%, 80%, 90%, 100%. You can do all of those, or you can do specific ones. All right. And we'll show you. Oh, I thought I got the right bill. Sorry about that. All right. So let's go back to the next portion. So, okay. So this is going to be what we're going to go into throughout this lesson. All right. Data handling, machine learning algorithms, Gen AI, model tuning, machine learning operations, security, cost and governance, and deployment. Okay. So reminding you one more time, set your budget, get your documentation there. We're going to add more to this. This is just lesson 1. And this time I'll break it up so it won't be longer than 20 minutes or so per lesson plan. Again, I want to thank you for this first one coming around. Until I see you again, hit the like button, subscribe, or share. Thank you. Have a good day.